Chapter 3, Political Science. Political science and it related with the other social science. चैप्टर का नाम है पॉलिटिकल साइंस एंड इट्स related relations with other science. Introduction. The relationship between the political science and the other science has been elaborated. There has a large degree. A main purpose is to the broaden the scope and the other aspect of the subject. As a result of it, political science in a collaboration with the social sciences has been able to build up a scheme of general theory. Political science is not a sterile field. It is intersect and many other branches like sociology, economics, history, anthropology, public policy, among others. Political scientists are much sought after these days because of the changing landscape of the political across the world. And since the society want to understand how the political world works, they need to someone to explain the narratives of the political economy. Any causal pursuit of the newspaper and the television channel reveal that political scientists are at forefront of the debates and discussions for their knowledge and expertise. Aristotle has called the political science the master science, as it deals with human being who is a social being have many dimensions: historical, political, economic, psychological, sociological, etc. Political science is a concern with the political aspect of the social man and interaction with the various dimensions in his social life, be it economical, social, psychological, sociological, historical, etc. Therefore, one question that come to mind that it is correct to call political science the master of science, or it is just one of the science, social science until 18th century specialization of the political science has accessed various aspects of the society was studied under the single discipline known as the moral philosophy in the world in the word of the lip set until the 18th century. The moral sciences as social sciences were non post possessed greater unity than diversity. The beginning of the 19th century brought industrialization, and with it come specialization of the social science. Social science as it become beyond the scope of political science to study the various aspects of the complicated social phenomena under a single discipline. Astrogen writes the purely physical need for a division of the labor help to account for the distinction among the social sciences. The social sciences have grown up as a separate discipline only because of the historical necessity. The actual allocation of the subject matter or to the various discipline is simply a matter of accident, even though the distinction in the social knowledge have existed from a very beginning of human inquiry into the society. What distinguishes political science as an academic discipline is it emphasis on the government and the power. However, the study of the government and the power is not confined to the political science. It naturally permeates into the other sciences, and hence it is associated with the other social sciences. And the growth of the interdisciplinary study in social science, according to the Western specialization in social sciences, has simulated a movement toward the reintegration of our compartmentalized knowledge, which should to go a long way toward the remedying these defects, even though the future must witness an increase in the rate of the cross fertilization and in the realist who envision the ultimate fusion and disappearance of the all specialties into one body of knowledge. In fact, it was a growth of empirical theory in the political science which developed after the Second World War, which shifted the focus from the study of the state and government to study of political behavior and attitude. It was the application of the scientific method to study of political phenomena and behaviorism, which brought in the need of interdisciplinary study of the political science. Thus, Easton has rightly commented theoretically, revolution in the study of the political phenomena in the form of empirical theory has opened the door of to a new, more meaningful relationship between the political science and the other disciplines. Thus, political science borrowed many theories and concept, method, and technique from the other social sciences. For example, decision making theory from organization field, structural functional approaches from the sociological and anthropological actions theory from the sociology, system analysis from the communication sciences, even etc. Even new concepts like political culture, political socialization, political communication, political development, etc. are being adopted, and hence emphasis is being laid in the study of the community power structure. Hence, one could say that it is the only so behavioral revolution in the social sciences and the growth of the empirical inquiry to the issue of politics, which has given rise to the interdisciplinary approach in the political science political science. The following section deal with the relationship of the political science with some of the social sciences. First, political science and history. John Seeley once remarked, "History without political science has no fruit, and the political science without history has no root." Seeley might exaggerated the relationship between the two, yet there is an intimate relationship between the two social sciences, and they borrow heavily from each other. The political science deal with the state and the institution related with it. With it, which have their root and history and other. To understand them fully, one has to trace their historical evolution through the vast resources provide a good scope for comparatives analysis of the political structure and the institutions of different times up to arrive at the possible ideal Robinson. Robson is of the opinion that some knowledge is history clearly independable for the political science profession. Professor Solotu said that it has laid failed all through his teaching career, especially during the 20th century. He spent in the Middle East about how to teach history, political philosophy to students whose historical background is usually inadequate and often limited to purely political since the French Revolution. Second, political science and sociology. Sociology is a science which deals with the human being and the social relationship. Political science deals with the political activity of the man. Political activities influenced by the political life of men. Political science studies the state government and power mostly, while the sociology provides sociological background to form the government, the nature of the government organ, the law and the sphere of the state activities as determined by the social processes. As the political science deals with the state sociology also studies state as one of the human associations. The special study of the political science is socially is very important for the complete study of the society as a whole. According to the Morris Gisenberg, historically sociology has its main root in the political philosophy of the history. The state of which is the center of the political science in its early stages was more a social than the political institution. Sociology depend on very much on the political science in various aspects. The state and the government make law for the welfare of the society. The government remove the social evils such as poverty and unemployment, dowry, and so on from the society. The undesirable custom are uprooted from the society by the government. The government give financial assistance to the people at the time of natural calamity such as a flood, famine, cyclone, and the drought. In the some ways, political science depend on the sociology and the sociology and the sociology provide material to the political science. That is the political science life of the people. The law which are formed by the government are based on the social custom, tradition, mores, and norms etc. of the society. Most of the changes have been taken place in the political theory during the past times have been possible due to the sociology. For understanding of the political problems, some knowledge about the sociology is very essential. For the all political problems are mainly corrected with the social aspect in the connection uh, connection. F.H. Giddling says to teach theory of the state of the man who have been learned. First principle of sociology is like teaching is like teaching astronomy or thermodynamics to men who have not learned Newton's third law of motion, despite the fact of the two social sciences draw heavily from each other. Other are the basic difference between the two, whereas the sociology studies society as a whole and human being as a part of the of it. Political science deals with a politically organized unit of the society. The scope of sociology is wider than the political science. And that is why the professor Gam and Garner's remark political science is a concerned without any human from the association such as the state sociology deals with all forms of the association. Sociology studies all kind of the social relationship in a general way. What political science studies only the political aspect of the social relationship in the particular way. Sociology studies both the organized and the organized society, but political science studies only the political organization society. Sociology deals with both the formal as well as informal relation with the society, which are based on the custom tradition for folklore, most norms and duty. But the political science deal with the formal relation based on the law and the order of the state. Political science and psychology are closely related to each other, and their merging has given rise to new discipline called the political psychology, which tries to use the theories and fact to explain and understand political problems. The state and its political institution are the product of the human mind and can be best to understand in terms of the mind. Thus, Walker says the application of the sociological clues to the riddles of the human activities has indeed become the fashion of the day. If our forefathers thought the biologically, we think psychologically. Garvel's trait, Layborn, MacDougall's, Graham Wallace, and the Waldman are the prominent writers who have been given psychological explanation of almost all the political problems. Government can be stable and really popular, must reflect and express the mental ideas and the moral sentiment of those who are subjected to its authority. In short, it must be harmony with what Bon called it the mental constitution of the race, the democratic process. The part played by the social psychology is thus subtle. Modern psychologists study in the man and group as well as individual behavior. The study of the social psychology often is a more direct relevant for the political and political scientist than individual psychology. For the political science and ethics is concerned with the normative questions such as the out to be what out to be. Although political science too deals with the normative issue in the pursuing of an ideal political order, but it is not confirmed to them alone. Through the political science and the ethics aim to at not a noble and the righteous life of the man, yet the former is primarily concerned with the political governance of the man, whereas the latter refer to the man's conduct and the morality. It means that whereas the political science deal with the political order, ethics deals with the moral order, moral laws prescribed absolute standard of the right and the wrong, justice and injustice. But the law of the state followed a standard of the expediency. However, a man can pursue his in his moral and only and through state. That is why the Aristotle had the said the good citizen is a possible is a good state, and that bad state make the bad citizen. He further maintained that while the statement come into existence for a sake of its life, it continues to exist for a sake of good life. Good life is an end of the state, and all the political problems resolve around it. When what is morally wrong cannot be politically right, because of their cannot be good state, whereas the ethical ideal prevail and ethical endeavors into the realm of the political, then the study of the political. In fact, it was Machiavelli who freed ethics from the politics, and therefore the host of the political scientists almost aimed at complete dichotomy between the political science and the ethical, such as Stuart Rice, Carl Lewingen, R.M. McLever, Lord D. L. Losley and the other. However, in the 20th century, there was again and attempt for the re-inclusion of the metaphysics in the realm of the political science by the author like Alfred Bernard, Jacquin Martin, Eric Voigtland, Thomas Cook, Lord Action, and Mahatma Gandhi, etc. By the conclusion, it could be said that the while the political science is conditioned by ethics, the material with which the two disciplines deal with are quite distinct, yet both are the disciplines deal with man and his happiness and prosperity through the system of justice. 5. Political science and economics. The scholars of the ancient Greece regarded economics as a subject division of the political science. Both the political science and economics is concerned with the welfare of the mankind and the relationship between the social and the hence Adam Smith are regarded some as a part of the subject. Sir James Stewart believes that there is exist the same relationship between economics and politics or exist between the thrift and the family to quite what are the economy is in the family political economy is in the state harmed Harlow was less defined politics as the process of the deciding who got what, when, and how, whereas the economics deal with the distribution of resources, deciding what to produce and how to produce and for whom to produce. These definitions represent the intrinsic relationship between the two social sciences, often the type of the economic system which operate within the country is chosen by the government in power. The government decided the process of the production, distribution, trades, and commerce to take measure for the increase of the population and of essential commodities either by increasing producer of the such commodity or by producing them by them producer of the such commodities or buying them product by itself restricted production of the unnecessary and harmful commodities and secure economic of the means of the transportation with a view of the managing a good distribution a system of government control the foreign trade currency system and the mandating and borrowing. All these other are economic issues which require a political approach to for a permanent solution. In fact, the successful welfare program required close collaboration between the political scientists, economic, and the politicians. The concept of individual liberty and also proved that there is a close relationship between the political science and economic for the happiness and the prosperity of the people. Both political and economic liberty are the essential terminology to there is a relationship between the two social sciences which deals with a similar concept like socialism, capitalism, communism, Marxism, etc. Political science and anthropology, and the collaboration between the political science and anthropology, particularly in the field of the concept and methodology, it is a tremendous beneficial for the both discipline. Anthropology deals with the racial division of the man and his physical character, his geographical division, his environmental and the social relations, and his culture developed in it. Thus, it is a science which studied mankind in relation to the physical, social, and the cultural development. Political anthropology challenged the illusion of the autonomy of the political assumed by the political science to the characterize so-called the modern societies. The contribution of the anthropology of to political science is considered, and the modern researches in the racial division, habitat, and then the custom and the organization of the primitive man's help to us to know the real origin of the state and the development of the various political institutions. The political behaviors of the man is greatly influenced by his racial origin and the environmental in which he lives. Without a good knowledge of early societies, their laws, customs, manners, and the modern institutions are the polite behavior of the people. As important reference in the section could be made of an important book, Anthropology and the Political Science, a convergent approach science. The book examines the basic assumption the practitioners of the each discipline make about the nature of the social and the political reality compared to the society key concept. Each field employ the provide a extensive review on the basis of the method of the research that bridge that bridge both disciplines, anthropography, ethnography, and the case study. Through the anthropography, participant to observation reliance on extending case studies and the use of the anthropological concept and sustainability. A great understanding of the some most challenging issue of the today is can be gained. For example, political anthropology challenged the illusion of the autonomy of the political assumption by the political science to characterize the so-called the modern society. Robinson says the knowledge of the social anthropology is the essential for the study or the practice of the colonial administration, and it is necessary also for several other special tool of the political science, such as the area for the assisting underdeveloping countries, immigration, and the emerging anthropology. Knowledge. Again, I just repeat some part of the sentence. Knowledge of the social anthropology is essential for the study of the practice of the colonial administration, and it necessary also for several other special topics of the political science, such as the area of the studies, color and the racial conflict, international organization, anthropology has been executed source of the data on every sphere of man and his culture and the political science. As the Robinson says, will you draw various part of the respiratory as a problem gain in their urgent. Harold D. Leswell and the C.D. Lawrence say that the link between student of the folk society, the distinguished subject matter of the social anthropology and political science has been closed in recent years as a well when modernization added to the turbulence of the place in Asia, South Africa, South America, and the many hectare for isolated island communities. Political anthropology, which is now considered as a independent discipline, help to solve the needle of the failure of the Western born model democratic institution in these countries. The traditional element of the attitude, values, patterns of the behavior, and the leadership weight very heavily in the developing countries as compared with a more rational developed nation of the West, and the consequently the operational aspect of the democratic instance can surely be understood in term of there are classified institutions जैसे कि हम लोग बात करें West and the more rely sorry West, and consequently the operation aspect of the democratic institution can scarcely be understood in the term, and there's a size of institution which the plant flourish only on their land hillside and under their own sunshine. Political science and the geography in a rapid changing international environmental issue to the economic development and the code and uh, and social security are gaining prominence, and this context is the tool of the political science and the geography are they think increasingly thinking increasingly become important for the understanding and uh, analysis global problems and the arriving at the policy administration. The two disciplines have been associated through the subfield of political geography, which cover the geographical difference in voting various at for example in the throw of the geopolitics, which examines have sorry ha- low and grant of socio-cultural environment, when the issue are the hearing hearing अंडरस्टैंडिंग द सोशियो इकोनॉमिकल कल्चर से हमारा पानी निकलता है इशू आर द बेटरमेंटिंग इन दीज दे आर कॉप्टर सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ द फोकस सच एज द पॉलिटिकल इंस्टेबिलिटी in the plate and developed through the movement developed through the result of the chahat climate change, for example environmental politics and the politics of the environment ideas are beginning from the even more important conclusion that political science is a science that just is more peacefully से मतलब ही नहीं है हमें प्राची that the question were depend on the but there is exercise and together the demonstrate all today then save the only as the differences by influence and non-influence class second chapters 2 class ninth कंक्लूजन नतीजा क्या निकला था कोई किसी का नाम टंकी नहीं है पैसेंजर आने में देर लगती है देखो सबको पता है पॉलिटिकल uh, uh, signs are not similar. These introduction will help to establish is partially identify our question is now attempt are being made to the built to the greater general which emphasize which embrace at the all branches of all science. This attempt has been emerged from the idea as the same discipline are not equal to the identical. That is why the door. हाँ बताओ ना finding true in the one area of the human behavior are less valuable than the finding duplicate with the respect to the other aspect of the life, thus contributed the more such general theory qualifies as the master social science. It is a very difficult to say sorry beforehand that there is a particular discipline in the social science which cannot be said as a monetary master of the most important social environment. The contribution of the discipline is crucial for the analysis associated with this is our desire to use the subject and also our goals to put it in the other words how and the for purpose we want to utilize the subject is that we decided the contribution. It is more accurate information is given by the general theorist sir william sir will embrace the disciplines the student are studying very crazy. General system theory, hence the tendency of the formulation of general theory is quite removable. I hope you just understand the chapter.